Before we say officially goodbye to Pastor Gary, we can mush over him now. And I have known Pastor Gary, as many of you have, for the 6 years that he's been here. We've been here prior to that. Oh, hello? Does that work?
It works.
Hello. Are the drums too loud?
No.
I was going to thank him for that. Actually, I have a thing for him. We've used Pastor Gary's drums for most of the past 6 years, those electronic drums which we can keep nice and quiet in church. Now we're back to the old manual drums, which will be very noisy. As a little personal present for the use of the drums here is
electronic drumsticks.
You should have drumsticks you can use with your electronic drums, so I had a pair of electronic drumsticks. And we do a lot of the things that we have said about Pastor Gary, we will miss him. We will greatly miss him. I think we've trained him well for his next job down by the CrossFit racetrack. And as he alluded to in the sermon, if you were here 6 years ago, you know this was a very broken and very hurting place. And when Pastor Gary and Patty came, we weren't particularly anxious to see him. And it was very hard on them. Pastor Gary and I had a lot of conversations. He really didn't know what had transpired prior to that. And he knuckled down right from day one and led us through. And it's been his faith in God and his service to God through us that has got us back on the right track today. And we owe him a great deal of debt and gratitude. I consider him a good friend. He's been a wonderful pastor. He has helped us out in times of personal crisis, along with the whole church, and there are being stories out there, I'm sure, the same thing. So as a little bit of gratitude, there's a little story with this present here, which is not a toilet in a...
What's that?
Do many of you remember? I know what that is. Does anybody remember the groove back sermon? Got my groove back sermon?
Yep. Yep.
Well, the drum that Pastor Gary used in that, he told us that the thing had been in storage for a long time, and he hadn't got it out until a few weeks after he got here, and then he got banging on it, and it got its groove back. Well, he and I were asked to play at the Logan Memorial Church downtown for an African thing. They wanted some African drums, so the next time he went to get this drum out, not that very one, but the one this replaces, it was broken. It had a calfskin head on it, and the heat and humidity take a toll on him, and he opened the bag like that, and here it's ripped. No good. So I thought, what more could you give him than a gift of a new drum that symbolized not only that, but his time at Sandhill United Methodist Church, so when he thinks about us, he can get this out and beat the out of it. Or when he is beating on it, it will remind him of his time here. So Pastor Gary enjoyed. There was also a little financial gift in that. I don't know if you opened your cards yet. It's there as well. And Melody has, because this is a team here, Patty. So we've got his new year next. We do wish Pastor Gary the very best and the blessings on the new church that he goes to serve and the blessings he's been to us. Patty as well.
You stole my speech. I just want you to know that. It's true. When Pastor came 6 years ago, we weren't very receptive, and my heart hurts for that because we didn't leave good memories in the very beginning. We didn't have a welcoming committee, and we didn't have this amazing party, and we didn't run to him with open arms and jump in his lap and say, "Yay, you're here!"
But you did.
Okay, I did. I also stood at his office door and said, "I'm not going to be friends with you." So you're so getting used to the idea that you're going to work here and I'm going to work here and we're not going to be friends.
And you told me that 500 times.
Yeah, I swore it, I think, actually. But over the course of the 6 years, he has taught us how to be strong, how to endure, how to turn the other cheek, how to continue to embrace those who love you in the hardest of times. And for that, I'm so grateful. And I'm going to miss Patty, and I'm going to miss our meeting days. And I want to give everybody the opportunity that wants it to be able to say just a minute or two a funny story you want to share to remind them of a great memory that you have. I had a whole speech prepared. I stayed up last night and wrote it on a piece of paper so that I could stare at the paper and grip it and not cry. We know. You guys, we've all lived life together. We know what the memories are, but sometimes we just need a little reminding. So I got your roll of duct tape, and it's tie-dye duct tape. The tie-dye is for you. The duct tape is to remind you that when you're using it, of all the times that you held us together, whether it be by the grace of God or by the skin of our teeth or by your fingernails on the chalkboard or whatever the reason was that you guys buckled down together with us and endured all the storms. And I thank you that you have left us a healthier church and that we get the opportunity to go headstrong into those storms together and that we have each other's back and that we're going to be able to do it together as a unified front instead of in broken pieces like we were when you got here. So the duct tape is for you. Who would like to share or say something to Pastor? Patty.
From United Methodist Women, I'd like to add. Patty hasn't always been able to be at our meetings, but we knew that she was there in spirit. And we've always loved Patty, and she has given us much. Some of the stories and some of the devotions that she offered to us during their time here have been wonderful, remarkable, those that we will cherish for many, many years. Pastor Gary, we're not leaving you out, but this is...
Oh, you have it.
He was really a member of our group, but we share it with Pat. And Pastor Gary has been very supportive of us and everything that we do here. And he has recognized all the work that the United Methodist Women do in our church. And I'm sure he will always hold that special at him. And through these rocky times that we still go through, we still can remember that he still has us in his prayers, as Patty will also, and we will have him in our prayers.
Thank you.
I don't need a mic, but the first time we did the relay for life, and we did some Van Halen and Ozzy song, and I'm thinking, oh, Pastor can handle this, no big deal. We'll get along with the song. Next thing I hear this, and I'm thinking he's going to pass out. And he's just back there, just a flat on those drums. And I'll tell you, it was really great for us all to get together and play with music. That was something special. And thank you.
Anybody else want to share anything? Oh, Anna. Here you go.
Okay, we'll just start.
I remember when Pastor Chris came here, I really didn't understand what was going on. Sorry. I don't know if I'm laughing or crying right now. I honestly don't know. But, I don't understand who this strange guy was. Like, not about 8. I mean, maybe he was the new pastor. But I didn't understand that he was going to be here for a while. You know, I was still in denial. And, I wasn't exactly warm enough until I remember one children's time. It was only one thing. And, we were talking about differences in each other. And you brought up the ice cream thing. What's your favorite flavor? Oh, yours is chocolate, go over there. Yours is orange, go over there. And funny thing is, you want a very special place in my heart that day. Talk to us, you know. Let us know that, you know, you're going to be here. You know, you would actually be a part of our lives. And I really appreciate that. And recently, she's helped me through a lot of troubles with, you know, a friend of mine. And thanks to her, she actually had the strength to get through what she was going through. And it was